All right, here we go. Time for CLO, the Chief Love Officer Steve Harvey, the CLO, as the nephew calls him. You ready, sir? I know
Let's
you
go.
are. All right. Lakeisha in Hampton, Virginia says, I'm in my late 20s and my best friend and I bought a home together. Her boyfriend moved to our city a month ago and he's been staying with us. She said it would only be for a week, but he's still here. He's chipped in financially and that's all fine and good, but I don't want his money and I don't want him to get comfortable here. I told my best friend he's got to go and she said it's her home too and it's okay for him to stay another month if he needs to. How can I get him to leave ASAP? Please advise.
Well, I don't think you
Ugh.
can
Mm-mm.
because you all own the home equally.
Yeah.
You have no agreement that you can't have guests, overnight guests. You have nothing in place that says how long you should have guests. So I don't see how you can make him leave. On another note,
Right.
who
You can
buys
get
a
him out of
house
there.
with their best
It's
friend?
just
What
right. Is
the
this
hell?
normal? Yeah. This
What?
is why you don't do things like this.
Man, this is probably the biggest purchase of your life, and you do it
Yeah.
not with your fiance, not with your husband, but with your best friend.
Mm.
And
That
all
don't
y'all
make
want to
sense.
have other lives.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean,
Be-
you
You're
can, I
right
don't know
because
how you can get them leave.
and her best friend CLO is correct. It's her house too. So
Right, that's the deal. So how do you
yeah, her
make
man
somebody
could come.
do?
Right.
It's my house and
Mm,
I
mm, mm.
live here.
So you're not going to be able to get him to leave until they're ready for him to go. And he might stay forever. All right. Felicia
Start
and
walking around naked though. I'm just telling you, start walking around naked. It helps.
Felicia in Charlotte says, my husband and I have been married for 8 years, and he recently got an SUV with cameras in the headrest for our 4 and 6-year-old to watch movies when they take road trips. Yesterday, he drove me to get coffee, and as soon as he cranked up and plugged in his phone, I heard sex sounds coming from the TVs. He started,
God.
yes, he started fumbling to turn it off, and he turned bright red. He said it must be a glitch in the entertainment system. I think he had a woman back there watching porn. Am I jumping to conclusions? Hmm.
Stupid.
Uh,
God. Doggies.
Wait a minute, but you said it was connected to his phone.
Yeah, he plugged it. Yeah, as soon as he cranked up the car and plugged in his phone, she heard the sounds.
Well, I mean, that's Bluetooth, I think. I
Uh
don't know
huh.
if it
Uh
has
huh.
anything to do with him having a woman back there watching
No.
porn.
No.
I'm thinking he's got porn on his phone and the Bluetooth
Oh.
picked it up and ran it through the system.
Well, he's got to
I
get
mean,
it off.
because unless you have that stuff downloaded in your car somewhere, I don't see how that can be. It's the Bluetooth is what comes into play to me.
But what? I
You
mean,
know
this is
you're in here
this is terrible because what if the kids were with them? You know what I'm saying?
I mean, yeah, I know that, but I mean,
Yeah.
the whole thing is suppose this was a video on it.
Right. Exactly.
See, I don't know. I don't. She's a little slow
Well, let me help
talking
you on
about
it.
was he sitting in the back seat watching porn with another woman?
With another woman.
What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah. He could be there back there watching it by himself or I mean, it didn't have to be shut up,
But to get
Tommy.
on the headsets in the car, it has to come from somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if he was fumbling with his phone, it was the Bluetooth on his phone.
Mm, 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 mm. All right. So there you
What's my
have it,
name?
man.
What's my
Okay.
name? What's my name?
Anastasia in Seattle says, we're moving on. I'm a 30-year-old married woman and I love my husband, but I fantasize about his handsome brother. He's 40 with a six-pack, a carved out back, and muscular thighs. And when my husband and I are intimate, I'm imagining myself in his brother's big old chocolate arms. I've even mumbled his brother's name under my breath once during sex. I watch his workout videos online and I get all tingly. This all started a few weeks ago. Do you think it's just a phase or should I seek counseling? Please help me.
What do you mean?
We can't do it. What do you want us to do?
I
We
mean,
really feel to do.
what do you want us to do? Is it just a phase, or do I need counseling? You need to quit wanting your husband's brother.
Lusty.
Hell, stop watching his damn videos. You
Yes.
setting yourself up. Quit calling his damn name. You know, that ain't your husband. How about that? What do you want?
Uh, 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 uh. Yeah, yeah. This is something you can control for sure. You're right.
Ricky.
All right, Paula in Boston. We're moving on. Paula in Boston says, I'm 71 and I am back on the dating scene. I've been a widow for 25 years and
Okay,
I
say
was
that again, Shirley.
Okay, she's 71. Her name is Paula.
Mhm.
She's out of Boston. 71. She's back on the dating scene. She's been a widow for 25 years and she was casually dating a younger man for the past 2 years. She said we had sex a few times and he stopped calling me. All I'm attracted to are younger men between the ages of 50 and 60, and getting one is not a problem. I don't want to be just a fling for these men. How can I prevent that from happening?
That's a younger man, between
Well-
50 and 60.
Yeah, well, she's 71. Yeah.
Well, why don't you stop being a fling?
Mm. Mhm.
You a fling because you allow it. You allow yourself to get flung. Why don't you
Ooh,
stop
one
being
more
a
time.
fling?
Uh-huh.
You allow yourself to get flung, and now you don't want to be a fling. Stop getting flung.
Mm-hmm.
Your body or your relations or whatever you want to call them at 71 comes with a price. What is this? You have every right. You're too old for this. What you talking about? How you? Yeah, you back on the dating scene. That don't been dating scene. Don't mean you got to. You've been screwing a dude for 2 years, and then he stopped calling you. What you think was gonna happen?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all wasn't in a relationship. Wasn't nobody defined anything. I don't care how old you get. If you can't define the relationship you in, you probably ain't in one.
Mm-hmm.
She's 70 though. Now she ain't got about 15 years left. I mean, you got to at least have some fun. I mean,
that was profound. Say that again, because
Who,
people
what I
need to hear
said?
what you just.
Oh, what he said.
No,
What I said?
not what you said, nephew. What the CLO said before we run out of time. So, come on, CLO.
All I said was if you can't define the relationship you
Uh-huh.
in, it's probably because you ain't in one.
There you go. All right, coming up
And
next.
what I said is if you 70, you ain't got but 15 years left, go and get it in.
Run that prank back with the nephew right after this. Stupid.